Oh, hey everybody, it's Coach Collard here at ArizonaShortSaleTV.com. It's Thursday when you're watching this video, and I'm going to call it just randomly Thoughtful Thought Thursday. Is that okay? Just to kind of make things work with the T's, play on the T's. So, reading a book from a good friend of mine. It's called If How-Tos Were Enough, We Would All Be Skinny, Rich, and Happy. An amazing man that makes a really big difference in a lot of lives. This guy named Brian Clemmer wrote this book. And the reason I like this is because it's full of little tidbits and things that I keep on my desk. I'm in the sales world, and it just provokes thought for me. So since it's provoking thought and it's Thoughtful Thought Thursday or something like that, I don't remember what I said, I'm going to open it to chapter 5, and I'm going to talk about to think is to create. And you're probably wondering, well, hey, I thought this was ArizonaShortSaleTV.com. How is this going to apply? Well, it applies completely. And I'm talking to you, the homeowner out there. So I'm going to read you a quote real quick. Reality is for those who lack imagination. Now, here's what I hope in this video. I hope first and foremost you forgive me for stepping on your toes. And at the same time, please give me grace because I fit in this too. So I'm talking to myself in this video because I ran across some things today that prompted me to see some things in my life and to see some things in the lives of a lot of my clients and a lot of people out there that we talk to that don't get and understand the distressed property market that we're in. So I want to bring up the thought to you today to think is to create. What could you create in your life that's different than it is right now, specifically pertaining to your real estate situation? So I'm going to read you a story real quick, and then I'm going to shift gears, and I'm going to tell you a story that I actually experienced today from a good friend of mine here in this office. So there was a man who washed windows for a living. He wasn't very happy, so he went into a positive thinking, pep rally, motivational type seminar. He got positive and motivated and went back to his job washing windows. One day he was washing windows on the 15th floor, saying to himself, I'm a great window washer. I'm a fantastic window washer. I'm an incredible window washer. While he was shouting these affirmations, his scaffolding broke. He started falling, much like the cartoon character Wile E. Coyote. A couple on the 3rd floor heard his positive thinking window washer as he passed, yelling to himself, so far so good, so far so good. The moral of the story, he still fell to the ground despite all his positive thinking. Okay. Why do I bring that up and how does it apply? Well, I'm seeing people smash into the ground, whether they're thinking positive or negative. And here's the powerful piece. They may be confessing positive or confessing negative, which I hear negative all the time, but that's not really the point. The question is, what are you doing? What are you going to do about it? Some of you out there have a negative situation, raise your hand. Some of you out there have a positive situation, raise your hand. My question is, what are you doing with it? Either one, negative or positive, what are you doing about it? It needs some action. We need to take some steps. We need to do some things to empower us. I look around in the landscape, and I'm included in this conversation, so again, don't get mad at me. I'm looking around the landscape, and I see opportunity, and I see a lot of us taking our circumstance, positive or negative, and just hiding. We think, oh, it's a distressed property market. There's not much opportunity out there. There's a ton of opportunity. And again, I'm going to go to the homeowner now. We're going to talk about the homeowner. Some of you out there are committed to just going through motions on your property, but you need to sell. You're planning on moving to another state. You've considered maybe upgrading or maybe even downgrading. You've watched the news, though, on Channel 12 or Channel 15 or whatever channel you watch, and you see the boo factor, the boogeyman's here, the properties are going down in value. So you look and you say, well, I owe $200,000, I owe 200, but my property's only worth 100, or my property's worth 150. I'm underneath my property, so I can't sell. Hey guys, I'm here to tell you, you can sell. Not saying you've determined that you should or not, but you can. Why not take a look at it? Why not take a look and see what it looks like? Did you know there's options? So that shifts me to a second, and I'm going to tell you a story of a guy I met today. Not met, it's a good friend of mine. He came to the office and he was sharing with me around things. He made a decision recently to shift his life into a different place. He had a property. He was owed approximately $520,000, and it was worth $320,000. So he owed $520,000 and it was worth $320,000. Does that make sense? About 9 months ago, he looked at it and he saw himself just writing a check every month, and it was getting difficult, and he was concerned that he would have to go possibly jump into his 401k or his retirement funds to do anything, and that's money that he didn't want to or couldn't afford to take out because that's his retirement. And so he said, you know what, I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to shift. I'm going to sell my property. And in fact, I've got an empty rental property that's hurting me as well. I'm going to sell that one too. And he chose to sell both properties in short sales. Now, he got both of those short sales closed in 6 months. Then he turned around and he went and purchased a new property for significantly, did I say significantly? Significantly less money than the $520 he used to owe. In fact, he did hit his retirement for that. And it hurt a little bit, but he was willing to do it because guess where he's at today? He just closed this week on his new property and he's 100% debt free. And he's not throwing the money away anymore. Amazing. What do you think about that, guys? Are you thinking? Are you listening? Are you considering things? So here's my value proposition, if you will, and I really want to open you up here. In a good economy, people come to me and say, hey, coach, what should I do with my money? How are we going to invest in property? What should I do to build wealth? Nobody's coming to me in this economy, in the soft economy, asking me that because all the values are down, so I guess they think there's no opportunity. What if you just got strategic? What if you started to think and create? What if you used your imagination? Remember, reality is for those who lack imagination. What if we plugged in our imagination and we said, wow, I'm in a tough situation with my property. It's not the most viable financially for me. What if I went and sold my property? What would that look like? Well, I got it. Most of us don't want to sell our property. We want to hang on to the real estate that we own. Cool, got it. What if you considered an alternative? What if you considered what your life would look like if you had no debt? What would it look like if you strategically took advantage of the system, took advantage of the opportunity in the market, and made a good financial viable decision to short sell your property, clear your debt, be released from it? Oh, but I'm going to have tax liabilities. I'm going to have financial liabilities. Why don't you talk to an attorney? I can get you into communication with a real estate attorney for free for a consultation. I can get you into communications with a real estate tax attorney for free. Simple consultations up front. Evaluate what your options are, see where your risks are, see where your benefits are, and then make an empowered decision based on your strategic thinking versus, the market's down, I'm stuck. I guess I'm just going to live here for the next 25 years and be underneath my property. Guys, I'm here to tell you there's options out there. I'm not telling you you should. I'm just telling you if you'd like to know about them, come talk to us. Reach out to us. Ryan Melville, my partner behind the camera, myself, Coach Collard, our entire team here at the Ryan Melville team at ArizonaShortSaleTV.com. We'd be glad to help you. Check us out. Reach out to us. Send us an email. I've got plenty more ideas if you're interested. I hope this created value for you. I know it was a little different than normal, but I'm looking to tweak your thinking. ArizonaShortSaleTV.com. Check it out. We'll see you soon.